gentlemen, graduates, please stand. Mortarboards and bonnets off.
I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Lord Lieutenant, graduating students, family, friends and colleagues, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to Ulster University's graduation ceremony. A special welcome to Her Majesty's representative, Mrs Fionnuala J. O'Boyle, the Lord Lieutenant for the County Borough of Belfast, and you're very welcome today. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor at the University, it's really a huge honour for me to preside over this most important day of the year, your graduation, your day. The day when you can get to say, look what I did, look what I achieved. The day when all of your mums and dads and family and friends and supporters get the chance to acknowledge and to celebrate in your achievements with you. You've made it. Congratulations to all of you. It's been a really long year. You've worked really hard. You're probably exhausted, but at this moment, you should rightly be feeling so proud of yourselves, and we at the university are proud of you too. So let's hear it, everyone, for the class of 2018. Now we're going to do this a few times during the ceremony, and I expect it to get louder and louder with a few whoops and cheers as we go along. So that was your practice go. Yesterday with Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, they were, in the words of one colleague, a lively bunch. So I want to see just how lively you're going to get this morning. Now, as I look around the packed hall today, I see many proud faces, and I want to reflect on that for a moment, justifiably so, because your success is evidence of a really bright future. And we at Ulster University believe in bright futures. As the former US President Franklin D. Roosevelt said, we might not be able to prepare the future for our children, but we can at least prepare our children for the future. So mums and dads and family and friends, I want to say that you've done a sterling job of preparing our graduating students here today for the future. Your role, the role that you've played in shaping their minds and their hearts, has been vital in getting them to where they are today, and we thank you for that. So graduating students, it's now your turn. Everybody clapped for you. Can you please raise the roof for your family and friends, and a show of appreciation to all of those gathered with you today for the role that they've played in helping to get you here. And now it's time for you, for all of us on the platform also, to take a step back and to let all of the sons and daughters shine. They say that once you graduate, you are officially a grown-up, and therefore you're financially and emotionally independent from your parents. That's great news for many of the parents here today, I'm sure. But please have confidence that their hard work at the university has equipped your sons and daughters for the next step, and they are ready for whatever lies ahead, I promise you. As well as the pride that your family, friends, and parents hold, it's not only the people behind you that are proud of you, it's also the people behind me on the stage, and indeed all of your lecturers at Ulster University. They are so incredibly proud of your achievements, and they've had the pleasure of getting to know each of you individually. They've watched your struggles, they've watched your successes, they've witnessed your times of self-doubt, and they most definitely have heard all of those last-minute pleas for extensions to deadlines. They've enjoyed your company, and they've enjoyed many laughs with you, and maybe even shared a few tears. But all of our lecturing staff had every faith that you would make it. They believed in you, and you didn't let any of us down. So don't underestimate how proud they are and how wonderful it is for each of us on the platform to share this day with you. This day, when you're so well dressed, when you're so well turned out, when you arrived on time, when you're paying full attention to everything that's being said, with no interruptions, no texting under the table or under the gown. I suppose that's just a typical lecturing day in Jordanstown. If you are, and I know you're not supposed to, but if you are texting under your gown, remember to tweet the hashtag proud of you, because that's what we genuinely are. It's true. You're the beating heart of our institution, and we're proud of you. I'm proud of you. And this is where I get emotional, because these things can make you very nostalgic. Graduation days tend to make those of us who've been through it before really nostalgic. And today is a day for nostalgia. It's a day for reminiscing over your experiences over the past 3 or 4 years. I'm sure each of you remembers the nerves and the sense of anticipation when you entered your first lecture theatre, when you worried about whether or not you would make new friends, when you worried about whether you'd actually made the right course choice, and whether you were really ready for that next step in your life, and most importantly, whether you would ever make it to the end of your course and your own graduation. But look at you now. You did make it through that first lecture. You made friends, you completed your course, and now you're graduating. Well done. But today's also a day for looking ahead as well as looking back at how far you've come. This is just another step in the amazing journey that's called your life. And as Alan Alda, who's a famous American actor, said, you now have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. But what you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover on this journey will be yourself. So we can only imagine the journey that each of you have ahead of you. One thing is for sure, it will be your own individual journey. It will be a journey that will be different for each and every one of you. However, it will have one thing in common for all of you. It will require you to be the very best version of yourself throughout. And it might require you to take some risks. So as you embark on that journey, remember that you're going to need to be brave. Have the courage to take risks, and don't ever let fear of failure hold you back. Remember that we all make mistakes. Mistakes actually happen so that we can learn from them, so it's a good thing. So don't be overcautious, be open to and seize any opportunity that comes your way. As J.K. Rowling of Harry Potter fame poignantly said, it's impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might well have not lived at all, in which case you've already failed by default. And so we encourage you to take risks, we encourage you to make mistakes, and we encourage you to fail. Because when you're taking these risks, you're surrounded by all of the people here today who've come out to support you, who will cheerlead you through the journey that you're about to embark on and help you as you make mistakes, as you find your way in the world going forward. And your friends are critical to this. Each of you will have made many new friendships during your time at university. This network of friends is so important, and the bonds that have been made through your shared experiences here with us are now really strong. So take the time to maintain those and develop those bonds. Keep them close. Keep your classmates and your friends in your sight as you move forward. Now, I don't need to tell a room full of young people that social media is fantastic for enabling these sorts of connections through WhatsApp and LinkedIn and Twitter and so on, but I can assure you that your paths and our paths will continue to cross throughout your career. Northern Ireland's a small place, and we hear that said all of the time, but the world is a really small place too. So do find the ways to stay in touch with all of us. And I'll remind you again, if you're tweeting today about the ceremony, please use the hashtag #ProudOfYou if you're tweeting, and let's get it trending on Twitter, because we genuinely, really genuinely, are so proud of you all today. And I want to remind you that when you leave here, we want you to be ambassadors for Ulster. Your time at Ulster has equipped you with the tools to now be successful. And whatever direction you choose to go on your journey, you are our civic ambassadors from Ulster. You're shining examples of the power of education. You now understand the benefits it can bring, and you have the skills to shape your industry, your communities, and your future. And you're not on your own. The pressure of that can seem quite great, but you're not on your own. You're now part of a vibrant, welcoming, and supportive and inspiring alumni Ulster community. In fact, it's more than a community. We call it a family. We are all a family now. And like many families nowadays, we're spread all over the world. But the Ulster University family will always look forward to welcoming you back to visit us. We want you to stay in touch with us, and we encourage you all to do so. We want you to let us know how you're getting on, and we want to continue to celebrate your successes in your life as you go forward. But we also want to continue to provide you with opportunities for partnerships, for collaborations, and indeed to inspire other people who will follow through the corridors at the university after you. So don't forget us. Stay in touch. It sounds like a mummy saying, don't forget to phone home, but don't forget to phone home. And I urge each of you to never stop expanding your minds and growing your knowledge and your skills. Be curious, be innovative, and be ready to take on the new and use new knowledge as the world around us changes at an ever-increasing pace. Benjamin Franklin said that an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. But my favourite quote is one from Oscar Wilde, who says, and it's very appropriate today, you can never be overdressed or overeducated. I believe that to be absolutely true, especially the never being overdressed bit. You all look fabulous today. So continue growing your knowledge, and you and society will reap the benefits manyfold. Now, each of you hold a place within the estimated 7% of the world's population with a university degree. Only 7% of the world's population have what you have. And what a privilege that really is. But with that privilege comes responsibility. So take that responsibility really seriously. Leave here today, and after the party and all of the celebrations, do something that you're passionate about. Work hard, give it your absolute all, be unorthodox if you have to be, and most of all, make a difference. So go on, change the world. We know you can do it. Thanks very much. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have conferred honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Professor Adair to present Ingrid Surgeoner for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters.
Vice-Chancellor. Born in Belfast, Ingrid Surgeoner is an acclaimed pianist and vocal coach who has gained national and international recognition in her chosen field. She studied at the Royal Academy of Music London, and with Paul Hamburger and the legendary accompanist Gerald Moore, she began her career at the Glyndebourne Festival, and in addition to a long association with the Welsh National Opera, has worked at the Vienna, Taormina, Wexford and Hong Kong festivals, and with the conductors Sir Bernard Haitink, Carlo Maria Giolini, Sir John Barbaroli, Christophe von Dognani, and Sir Charles Mackerras. She spent 9 seasons at the Bayreuth Festival, 4 as head of music preparation for Parsifal, conducted by Giuseppe Cianopoli and Pierre Boulez, and directed by Wolfgang Wagner and Christoph Schön-Jensi. Ingrid's television and radio performances have included career documentaries, song recitals, and the BBC Cardiff Singer of the World competition, where she enjoyed much acclaim as official accompanist since its instigation in 1983. Radio broadcasts have included recitals on various European stations, BBC Radio 3, and In Tune with the Northern Ireland Opera patron Sean Rafferty. She has made many recordings, including a series of the complete songs of Bellini, Donizetti, and Verdi for the Naxos label. In terms of national and international recognition in her chosen field, Ingrid is a senior coach at Glyndebourne Festival Opera, the National Opera Studio, London, and the Young Artists Programme at the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, and its principal coach at the Royal Academy of Music in London. She has recently returned from Opera Stuttgart, where she was senior coach for Britain's Death in Venice. She has given recitals in Aix-en-Provence, Belfast, Bergen, Berlin, Dublin, Edinburgh, Frankfurt, San Francisco, and Stockholm, and at opera houses in Brussels, Marseille, Munich, Oslo, at the Teatro Amazonas, Brazil, and the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. In 1974, she moved to live in Wales, following her husband's career move. Her first job was as rapporteur with the Welsh National Opera for 20 years, and orchestral pianist with the BBC National Orchestra of Wales. She has many TV performances to her name, including a series of 6 recitals for BBC One with Alan Jones when a boy soprano, 2 documentaries, one for ITV and the other for S4C, about her career in music, filmed in Belfast, Coleraine, Bayreuth, and in Germany. Her unusual, varied television experience includes a music quiz show, a cookery program with a celebrity chef, how to learn Welsh in a week, and live streaming of a TED Talk with soprano Danielle Denise. She also participated in a televised concert for the Queen and the royal family on the opening of the National Assembly of Wales. She has been a jury member for the Kathleen Ferrier Memorial Scholarships and the Richard Lewis Prize in London, and first international opera competition in Beijing. Since 2013, she has been a member of the selection panel for the BBC Cardiff Singer of the World competition up to 2019. And Ingrid is a national advisor to the Arts Council of Wales, a fellow of the Royal Academy of Music in London, and she has been granted honorary fellowships at the University of Wales and the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. In June 2000, she received an MBE for her services to music. Ingrid Surgener makes a continuing contribution to opera in Ireland, in Belfast, Wexford, Dublin, and other venues. Her talent was recognised from a young age when she was a prize winner in the Belfast and Hollywood festivals and played in national BBC Children's Hour from Belfast. She was encouraged in the art of accompaniment by her brother Trevor, an excellent amateur clarinetist, and school friend Jenny McKee, who later became a professional violinist with the Ulster Orchestra. We are delighted that Ingrid is joined today by her husband, Jerry Price, her brother Trevor, and his wife Joan, who live in Coleraine. Joan was a teacher at Heslett Primary School in Articlave, Castle Rock, and Trevor was head of classics at Coleraine Inst. And together for many years they organised the very successful series of summer concerts at the Mussenden Temple. Her contribution to opera and choral singing in Ireland is impressive. Recitals in Belfast, Lochshore Festival, Downpatrick, concert tours with Italian opera stars and singers from the Kirov and Bolshoi theatres, recitals in Festival of Great Irish Houses, Belfast, Kilkenny, Dingle, Galway Festivals and Cork City Hall, and the National Concert Hall in Dublin. Vocal and repertoire coach for Northern Ireland Opera and Wexford Opera. Adjudicator for the Glenarm Festival of Voice, John McCormick and Veronica Dunn competition, and Feis Ceol in Dublin. Master classes in Belfast, Dublin and Wexford, and the list goes on. Ulster University has a proud tradition of excellence in choral music, and as an honorary doctor, Ingrid complements this excellent tradition on our Magee campus. Her work with international performers and students from across the globe through her worldwide experience and contacts promotes diversity, equality, and social inclusiveness in the genre, in the aim to break down barriers in the world of music and opera. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I present Ingrid Surgener for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, for her achievements internationally as an acclaimed pianist and vocal coach.
Ingrid Surgener, in the name of the Senate, I present to you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. I call upon Professor Maguire, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Computing Engineering and the Built Environment, to present candidates.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Chris Brennan. Andrew William Cairns. Emma Harrison. Alistair Daniel Quinn. David Rutherford. Alistair Wilkinson. Atta O'Hack. Alan Kennedy. The degree of Master of Science in Manufacturing Management, John Taylor. Gary Wilson. Gary McLaughlin. The degree of Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and Diploma in International Academic Studies, James O'Keefe. The degree of Master of Engineering in Mechatronic Engineering and Diploma in International Academic Studies, Matthew Carmichael Kane. The degree of Master of Engineering in Electronic Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Rory Brennan. Eric Gilbert Elliott. Michael Ryan Jennings. Andrew John McLean. The degree of Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, David John Blair. Samuel John Coulter. John William Finlay. Glenn Lindsay. Liam McKeever. William Moses. Sam Wilson. Robert Alexander. Scott Thomas McCallum. Stuart McKinney. Mark McMullen. Philip Henry Eric Skinner. Elliot Thompson. The degree of Master of Engineering in Mechatronic Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Michael Robert Bell. James Allen Spratt. The degree of Master of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, Ryan Thomas Bevan. Philip Clem. Johannes Leopold. Christoph Mills. Jonas Wolfgang Radke. Bernhard Rehel. Martin Scholhorn. The degree of Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Brett Fleming Flerless. the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Clean Technology and Diploma in Professional Practice, Rhys Nathan Quinn. Philip Harvey. Samuel Kelly. Ryan Owens. Rhys Stevenson. Joshua Ronald Caldwell. Aaron McWilliams. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Electronic Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Matthew Cordner. Jordan Francis Breslin Farrell. Laura Mann. Carol McNeil. James McQuaid. Declan Murray. Tomás O'Kieran. Michael Glass. Christopher Harry Hull. Claire Gallagher. Michael Gray. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Engineering Management and Diploma in Professional Practice, Scott Stephen McLean. Jackson Toohey. Elizabeth Taggart. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Kieran Liam Brawley. Sarah Margaret Jones. Aaron McKenna. Claire McPeak. Declan O'Brien. Ryan Patrick Seeley. Michael Agnew. Ryan John Connor. Peter Donnelly. Aidan Kavanagh. Peter Linton. Patrick McAlorum. Ryan McCann. Jude McGuigan. Adrian Morrison. Colin Mulholland. Dara O'Hanlon. Andrew Piper. Ryan James Roberts. Abel Gibson. Rhys McElhatton. Micheál Quinn. the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechatronic Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Niall Grew. Adam Harrison. Ryan McClure. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Software Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Gary Carr. Jordan Krangle. Killian Drain. Thomas Franklin. Elliot James Roger Brown. Carol Patrick Byrne. Timothy Gibson. Cassie Hamill. Glenn Robert Hamilton. Angela Lavery. Paul McKillop. Camille Mujik. Samuel Scott. Gavin Ferguson. Mushood Olawale Sule. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Clean Technology, Daniel McKernan. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Electronic Engineering, Michael James Leslie. Jason Heineman. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Engineering Management, Myrta Jared McCaig. Kieran Dale Broadley. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Gavin John Corey. Mark Ballantyne. Eamon Doyle. Jordan Kelly. Samuel Howard Henry Cromie. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechatronic Engineering, Kieran Mackle. Samuel McCartney. The degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Software Engineering, Rory Martin Begley. Michael Craig. Seamus Kelly. Michael Samuel William Coey. Alexandra Susan Fell. Benjamin Taylor Greenlee. Liam Lestrange. Patrick McCallan. Christopher McCambridge. Andrew David McCollum. Aisling Mary Murray. Christopher John Murray. Daniel Anderson. Jack Denny. Michael Lynch. Stephen McAllister. Ryan Smith. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Biomedical Engineering and Diploma in International Academic Studies, Niamh Fullen. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Biomedical Engineering and Diploma in Professional Practice, Maria Fiona Armstrong. James Bateson. Sean Black. Danielle Isabel Cleary. Virgin Ellen Colton. Catherine Emer Cullen. Laura Goody. Darren James Hanna. Maria Larkin. Mark James Lilburn. Ryan McComb. Nolene McCullough. Emma McKee. Michael McKenna. Peter Michael McKenna. Liam McLarnon. Niamh McVeigh. Andrew David Neville. Keelan Reid. Adam Ringland. Aisling Roddy. Peter Shields. Niall Stones. Blachlan Walker. Stuart Allen. Micheál Campbell. John Joe Fearon. Gary Fex. Apurva Kashyap. Keelan McCauley. Niamh McCallum. Kelly McDowell. Conan Moran. Killian O'Neill. Annie Elizabeth Lafferty. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computational Finance and Diploma in Professional Practice, Kieran MacDonald. Daniel McNaughton. Louise Gilmore. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Science and Diploma in Professional Practice, Elijah Akinallen. Robert Oliver Baird. Corey Martin Bannon. Gareth Boyd. Leonard Collins. Martin Collins. Ian Craig. Alan Blaine Crooks. David Cusick. Laura Douglas. Vicky Fagan. Jordan Forsyth. Samuel Stewart Gavin. Jessica Gibson. Brian Hamilton. Kyle Higginson. Niall Holloway. Kieran Hughes. James Irvine. Conor Keenan. Dean Kell. Jamie McCloy. Hannah Evelyn McClure. Ethan Peter Nesbitt. Jack O'Hara. Jack Robb. Danielle Robinson. Conor Tier. Ben Chalmers. Neil Finnegan. Aaron Robert Jackson. Brendan King. Mark McCandless. Ronan McLennan. Rachel Emily McConnell. Keelan McCullough. Oisin McHugh. Brona McKinney. Saoirse McNamee. Aideen McShane. John Miller. Jack Miskimmon. Harvey Scott. Connor Spence. Ryan Beckett. Paul Coyle. Nathan Rodney Falloon. Christopher David Gilmore Brown. Jonathan Patrick McCrink. Thomas McElvenna. Rebecca Nichol. Anya Rafferty. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Technologies and Diploma in Professional Practice. Jamie Mark Amos. Jonathan Dillon. Jonathan Dunlop. Amy Elizabeth Hunter. Paula Tomasco. James Altimus. Jason Breslin. Cameron Brown. Kirsty Carr. Emma Carville. Sarah Craney. Owen Deeney. Rory James Doherty. Alison Margaret Ruth English. Justin Haughey. Darren Heaney. Alicia Marie Hogg. Joshua William Alexander Johnson. Lauren Kelly. Simon Quaisian. Oisin McCall. Mark McCluskey. Aoife McElwee. Nicole McLean. Claire McNamee. Sinead O'Neill. Gareth Patterson. Owen Campbell. Stacey Jennifer Fox. Matthew Maguire. Garvin McKenna. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Engineering Science and Diploma in Professional Practice. Rebecca Seawright. Samuel Baxter. Conor Joseph Dodds. Jordan Donnelly. Nathan Morrison. Dan Edward Alexandru Steyakoshk. Gareth Devlin. Jordan McGarty. The degree of Bachelor of Science of Honours in Interactive Multimedia Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Orla Cochran. Lindsay McCord. Morris McAleern. Carol Meehan. Ciara Sarah Smith. Jonathan Todd. Tara Todd. Sean Traynor. Monica Sigadlo. Jamie Gareth Beckinsale. Michael Cartmel. Niamh Flannery. Stephen Mark Gerner. Dylan Haggerty. Justine Rebecca Logan. James McMahon. Emma Jane McQueen. Victor Michael. Christopher Morgan. Rebecca May Pierce. Frances Jessica Tupeth. Jack Finlay. Rosie Hendry. Niamh Winters. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Mathematics and Diploma in Professional Practice, Dermot Patrick Lynch. Corey McMullen. Annie Lamb. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Mathematics with Computing and Diploma in Professional Practice, Gemma Harbinson. Robert Henry Rolston. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sports Technology and Diploma in Professional Practice, Matthew Elliott. Stephen Kennedy. Patrick Phillips Moore-Carcer. Christopher Gibson. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Technology with Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Sophie Georgina Hagan. Aidan Curran. Paul Rice. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computational Finance, Elaine Marie Coyle. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Science, Orla McHugh. Owen McKee. Shannon Boyce. Vanessa Kearney. Samuel Hastings. Niall McKeown. Aaron David Nichol. George Prince. James Michael Rogers. Emmanuel McFarland. Callum McAleenan. Ryan MacDonald. Neil David Morton. Rachel Mulholland. Christopher O'Neill. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Systems, Christopher Allen. Neil Lewis Browning. Ryan Butler. Paul Conley. Joanne Connor. Samuel Edward Henry. Phoebe Mary McBride. Gavin Patrick McCafferty. Samuel John Moore. Philip Andrew Coleman. Sarah Crawford. Hugh Pearce Feely. Jonathan Peter Logan. Lauren McKittrick. Christopher McMacken. Marek Posnick. Rebecca Jane Sands. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Technologies, Rebecca Hand. Hugh Kieran Cragen. Enda Grimes. Claire McAleen. Jordan McQuillan. Ricky Lee Smith. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Engineering Science, Tag O'Doofin. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Interactive Multimedia Design, Catherine Clark. Keelan McLafferty. Stephen McShannock. Kieran Beattie. Gemma McAlonan. Mark Reid. Mark Leslie Bradshaw. Lewis McQuaid. Matthew Ian William Owens. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Mathematics, Owen Bradley. Shauna McCarthy. Jack Boyle. Claire Hughes. Aaron David Lindsay. Faye Moorhead. Jason Rothwell. The degree of Associate Bachelor's degree in Computing Science and Diploma in Professional Practice, Ryan Boyle. The degree of Associate Bachelor's degree in Interactive Multimedia Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Hannah Foster. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Computing Engineering in the Built Environment.
Thank you, Professor Maguire, for presenting a very lively bunch of candidates. Thank you. It is my pleasure now to present the First Trust Bank Convocation Student of the Year Award for 2018. This award is made to a student in recognition of their significant personal achievement or a substantial contribution to the life of the university, its students, or the community. So I invite Michael Jennings, a graduate from the Faculty of Computing, Engineering and the Built Environment, to receive the award. Michael Jennings, I present to you the First Trust Bank Convocation Student of the Year Award for 2018. I now call upon our honorary graduate, Dr. Surgeoner, to address the congregation on behalf of those who have been presented.
Lord Lieutenant, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, Senate, graduates and recipients of awards, ladies and gentlemen. I could never have imagined when I left Belfast many years ago to study in London that I would receive a Doctor of Letters degree from this esteemed university. I would like to congratulate everyone here today who has worked hard, achieved so much already in their chosen field, and wish you every success in the future, in the hope that you find your true vocation, which suits all your talents and provides a happy and fulfilling future for you and for your families. During my school years, music did not play an important part in the curriculum, and training for a job as a musician was not considered a sensible career path. So what is a sensible or appropriate career path? Hopefully, it is one that allows you to achieve your full potential. But what do we have in common? Musicians, engineers, computer scientists, and all the various occupations we've heard today. Certainly one subject springs to mind, and that is mathematics. But there are, in my opinion, as the Pro-Vice-Chancellor just said today, important attributes that are necessary for every job and occupation. Talent, skill, dedication, hard work, determination, and sometimes a little luck. I realized early on in my studies that I didn't want to be a solo pianist, but one that worked with others. And it seemed that there were a lot more opportunities for a musician who played for choirs and in orchestras, with ballet, with opera, as well as concerts and recitals with instrumentalists and singers. So finding where your particular possibilities and talents lie is vital in my profession, and I think in any profession. However, talent alone is not enough. Dedication and hard work are essential. I have always been a fairly good sight reader, and consequently this made me very lazy. And I didn't discover the right sort of preparation while I was a student. When I started in the profession, this lack of preparation caught up with me when working on a difficult piece with a major company and a famous conductor. It was a time of realization, and I determined that it would never happen again. And it formed the basis for all my work in the future. I have been fortunate during my career to meet many celebrated performers, and have seen how they deal with the learning process. I was excited to work with the great Spanish tenor Plácido Domingo, a hero of mine. Although I was early for rehearsals, he always got there first. And he was sitting at the piano studying, and that was a lesson for me in itself. Everyone makes mistakes, as we've heard already this morning. And as I always say to my students, join the human race. We all make mistakes. What is important is to learn from them and to know how to deal with them. In a recent concert, the singer who I was working with stopped in the middle of a song and said very clearly and confidently, "I've forgotten all the words." Now, the interesting thing was the audience broke into spontaneous applause. A very interesting reaction both for the singer, I think, from the singer for his honesty, and the audience for applauding his willingness to admit that he had a lapse of memory. When the applause died down and with memory regained, we completed what I think was a successful musical performance. Another important aspect of any work is to make sure that you have the best instruments for the job. Unfortunately, I can't take my instrument with me. It's about 9'6" long, well, very rarely anyway. On a large platform with a sloping stage, the brakes were not applied. You don't imagine piano have brakes, but they do. The brakes were not applied, and as I started to play, I began to feel dizzy. But soon realized that it was not me moving, but the piano. So the piano was moving and towards the audience. A very unnerving experience for them and for me. Another aspect of any profession is luck. Being available when you are offered the most interesting work. This doesn't always happen. And being in the right place at the right time. After accompanying a singer in his audition with a conductor, the conductor said to me, "I would like you to be my assistant in Bayreuth." He then said, "Do you speak German?" I said, "No." And he said, "Well, you'll have to before the 1st of July. And this was February. So I was in the right place at the right time and learned something else, the importance and of another appropriate language, which is always useful in any profession. I talked about music and indeed opera not being a central part of my education, and I'm thrilled that there has been a real shift in emphasis, especially in the operatic world, since the formation of Northern Ireland Opera, which has acquired an international reputation. I can't praise highly enough the inspiration of the General Manager, Cléana Donnelly, and the indefatigable Vice Chairman of the Board, Fionnuala J. O'Boyle. The music profession is unique in that it transcends all languages, creeds, colours, nationalities. Therefore, it is even more important that music education should be free for all children and young persons, so that they can learn and play together as equals. I would like to conclude by thanking the university most sincerely for giving me this illustrious honour, and to thank everyone that I have dealt with at Ulster University for their professional care and for the dignified and professional manner with which I have been treated. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Sarginer. I almost want to say I've forgotten my words now to get another round of applause. Thank you so much for those really inspiring words. I call upon Michael Ryan Jennings, a new graduate in the Faculty of Computing Engineering at the Built Environment, to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the students.
Lord Lieutenant, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I'm pleased and I'm privileged to speak to you on behalf of all of those graduating today. Our degree certificates are a very tangible demonstration of the hard work, the effort and the dedication. Of course, behind that very rewarding, very special and eagerly anticipated parchment lies every part of our experience here at Ulster University. And it is that experience that shapes our future prospects and potential. Our studies, the relevance of our knowledge and life skills that we have acquired, the confidence that we have gained, and the firm friendships we've made. We managed the challenges of completing our studies with our ambitions firmly fixed on the opportunities that lie ahead of us. I have many people to thank for this, for standing here today. To my right, Colin Turner, Stuart Christie, Paddy Porter, and Margaret Hickey, to name a few. It is difficult to believe the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, keeping the plates spinning, and it's most notable when the plates all fall down. Okay. And also most notable when one of them disappears on a holiday. Their contribution is exceptional, but they're not alone. There's an entire school, faculty, and university of individuals who put students before them. So we must thank them for their inspiration, their understanding, and their guidance. Having helped found the Ulster Society of Student Engineers last year, with the help of a Perva cash shop in the audience, I can't see, I would have never thought the success which would follow that. We ran workshops, visits to companies, a formal with 220 of you, a year one induction for 270, which resulted in the Society winning national awards, including Best New Society and runner-up Best Academic and Career Society in the National Societies Awards in Cardiff this year. It didn't stop there. The incredible work from the staff team earned us the UUSU, the Student Union Partnership Award, recognising the close bond we developed from our numerous successes. All this started with someone asking, "What's stopping you?" So when you leave here today, carry this message. Turn down no challenge and burn no bridges, because as Ulster University graduates, you have every opportunity ahead of you. So graduating today, it is encouraging to know that Ulster alumni are leading, contributing and inspiring and influencing far and wide. Through the alumni networks, we can learn from those who have gone before us. And the alumni programs and services on offer enable us to stay connected and supported as we embark upon fresh challenges and opportunities. Ulster University is a place where knowledge is created, generated, shared, and brought to life. We leave here as assured and well-equipped graduates, ready to fulfill our career ambitions. The knowledge and attributes that we have acquired in our time here will in turn shape and influence others in the many and varied paths that each of us here today will now take. We remain as ambassadors for the university, proud to tell others of the doors that it can open and the possibilities it presents. On behalf of my fellow students and friends here today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our families and friends who have supported and encouraged us in our university career, whether that be late night trips to McDonald's, to those many pens that you will never get back. None of that has gone unnoticed. So thank you for being part of this very special occasion, a celebration for everyone, not just those of us graduating, but for all those who play a part in harnessing potential and shaping bright futures. Before I go, I wish to leave you with a quote from Dr. Mohsin Tawana. Projects we have completed demonstrate what we know. Future projects decide what we will learn. Please do enjoy the rest of your day with us.
Thank you, Mr. Jennings. We're almost at the end of the graduation ceremony for the class of 2018. There's nothing better for a lecturer than to make some remarks and have the students act on it really quickly. I only had to say once, don't forget to seize opportunities, and one seized one right across the stage, so thank you very much for that. That was a very physical example of exactly what I was talking about. You will go far in life. Well done. Just as we are about to close, I think we have one more opportunity. You've been good, you've been quite lively, but you can be better. So I want you to stand up and have a look around this auditorium and see if you can spot your family or your friends or your colleagues. And I want all of those up in the auditorium to get your cameras out. We'll do one last raise the roof show of appreciation for the class of 2018. So on your feet and on three. Look for your family, look for your friends, look for your colleagues. Raise your hats high in the air. And on three, let's hear it for the class of 2018. Okay. You're great. Thank you so much. I now formally declare this graduation ceremony closed, and I invite our new graduates to join in the academic procession.